afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Brady Mallory is along on this sunny day that may turn wet.
Can I tell you something? I saw the most delightful thing on the square. Someone was running and he was juggling. Have you?
At the same time?
Yeah. So if you know who that is, I think that would be a fun story.
I think so, too.
But it made me chuckle.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Topping our news today, Aaron Rodgers has torn his Achilles. So what's next for the Hall of Fame-bound quarterback?
Did any officer ever reach out to you and ask you the kinds of questions that I've just asked you?
None whatsoever.
A 2-year-old case that went nowhere. Our investigative team has the full story.
And we mark National Suicide Awareness Week. Jalen Banks tells us how a barber in Sun Prairie is looking to make a difference. First, let's take a look outside. We have some egrets migrating through the area. This is Dunn's Marsh.
And they have no regrets about spending time outside today.
I know.
Happy Tuesday! Where do we go from here?
I don't know.
Who's going to help us?
I'll help. Showers tonight, sun tomorrow. Greg's in the backyard. We digress.
Yes. Yeah, it actually is fairly nice right now, but we do have some showers and maybe even a few storms for this evening's commute that could linger into almost midnight tonight. Right now, we've had a few showers out there, even a thunderstorm now approaching another line to La Crosse. There's another line that's ahead of it that's a few showers that's going to be entering Dane County here, so we'll probably see a shower or two in the next hour, and then a break, and then maybe another line after that, too. Big picture shows the whole frontal system as well to the southeast of us, but we got another little system up to the north that is bringing it across the, skipped across that, there we go. There we go. Well, if you zoom in, you can see that line that actually is developing to the north with the front that is pushing south. And that second line is what we're kind of watching for additional showers and thunderstorms and a few storms, probably through about 9 p.m. as we zoom in overall. So that's what you expect for the evening. It will be wet, won't be a total washout. We definitely will see some off and on showers once again, probably within the next hour for Dane County, and then another break, and then probably more towards 9 or 10 p.m. before we all begin to end as temperatures get back in the lower 50s. Overnight could be kind of chilly, 40s once again. We'll have some fog potentially out there too, low clouds waking up tomorrow morning. Later in the broadcast, we'll break down the better timing of those showers and a few storms today. We have a lot of foggy mornings that come up, but there is a warm-up for the rest of the week into the weekend. I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg will check back. Thank you. An MRI conducted this morning confirms New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers suffered a torn Achilles tendon in the first drive with his new team. Rodgers led the Jets out of the tunnel for the team's Monday night football game against the Buffalo Bills, carrying the American flag on the anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks. Rodgers was carted off the field just 4 plays into his debut with the Jets. He'd been sacked by Bills edge rusher Leonard Floyd. On X, formerly known as Twitter, the Jets posted that this isn't the way they wanted the season to go, but Rodgers' commitment to the team will help them move forward. New York Jets wide receiver and former Packer Allen Lazard spoke this afternoon.
I think it's just a lesson to not only us, but just to everyone. This is what happens in life. You can't predict this stuff. You can't plan for it. You just have to respond. And I think we did a great job, not only as an offense and Zach at the helm at quarterback, but I think as a team, just to stay calm and just be able to go out there and be able to pull away this win.
Rodgers' injuries not only impacts the Jets' chances on the field during a season in which expectations were high, but also affects the compensation the Packers will receive from the Jets as part of the trade that sent Rodgers to New York earlier this year. A Madison pastor currently facing child sexual assault charges had a run-in with police long before this year for very similar accusations.
Investigative reporter Naomi Coles has been digging into a 2-year-old case that went nowhere. So Naomi, what's significant about this?
Brady, Bob Stein was accused and charged with assaulting a child just weeks ago. But 2 years earlier in 2021, 3 different witnesses reported him to police for what they thought was inappropriately touching a child at Devil's Lake State Park. This was in 2021, and when they saw him in the news just a few weeks ago for this newest assault, they contacted me with an important message. They had never heard from police after they submitted their written reports to the DNR.
The fact that this child was potentially in danger from somebody that, she clearly trusted, or that somebody sent their child to go be with this group, and the fact that nobody followed up with witnesses, nobody asked really hard questions to the people that saw it firsthand, I think is really disturbing, and it really is not handled well at all in my opinion.
Now, I sat down with Tammy, who asked us to withhold her last name, to ask her exactly what she saw happening that day 2 years ago. And then I took her words to the DNR, who was leading that investigation, and they closed it after only talking to the pastor, who denied the allegations. What the DNR has to say, that's coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Naomi. A man charged in a North Side shooting that killed an 18-year-old last year pleaded guilty to a single charge Monday as part of a plea deal that involved prosecutors dropping the other charges against him. 28-year-old Akilo was charged and arrested last year alongside 2 other people involved in a shooting that killed 18-year-old Laron Bynum, who died at the scene. Lowe and his co-defendants, 23-year-old Jakira Peoples and 30-year-old Charvis Blue, reportedly targeted Bynum, who police said died behind the wheel of a stolen car. Police didn't say whether or not the vehicle had been stolen from one of the defendants.
It is National Suicide Prevention Week, a time used to encourage open conversations about mental health to prevent potential suicides.
But it's harder for some people to have those conversations than others. Our Jalen Banks spoke with one Sun Prairie barber whose experiences behind the chair opened his eyes to the mental struggles people face. Jalen?
Today I was able to speak to Jason Boatwright, owner of Be Right Barbershop in Sun Prairie. He shared with me that as a barber and talking to some of his clients, he realized just how many African-American men struggle with mental health. He says his eyes were open to the issues when one of his clients recently took his own life.
You would not know that something was going on. You know, he would have come in here, laugh, play, joke. You know, I didn't know nothing was going on. I talked to that man for 4 years straight. So, you know, I got a phone call from his daughter, and she told me her dad had killed himself.
According to the CDC, suicide rates for African Americans went up 19% between 2018 and 2021. Coming up tonight at 5, we will hear more from Jason as to what he tried to do to fight against suicide and mental health concerns in the African American community and what he feels can be part of the solution.
Jalen, we'll see you then. Thank you. A Food and Drug Administration committee has confirmed what you already know. Fake Sudafed doesn't work at all. Back in 2006, cold medications contained pseudoephedrine were moved behind pharmacy counters because the drug could be processed into meth. But it's also an effective and long-used decongestant forced to find a substitute. Drug companies started marketing medications containing phenylphedrine instead. Now, 17 years later, an independent advisory committee told the FDA the drug is ineffective as a decongestant. Well, seconds matter in the event of a large-scale emergency, and that's why first responders from the Madison area participated in a joint emergency simulation at the Dane County Regional Airport today.
The purpose is to train together in the event of a mass casualty event at the airport. Kyle Pozorski was there today. Kyle, what did you see?
Well, there were fire trucks, ambulances, and loads of first responders all training for a worst-case what-if scenario. And here's a warning, some of what you'll see looks like blood, however, it's all makeup to help the simulation. In total, about 40 volunteers came out to pretend to be victims of a large commercial jet crash. Each of them got lanyards with instructions on how to act. One of the volunteers we spoke with said the special effects used made the whole experience feel very realistic.
Some people look like they had amputated limbs. Some people, there's a guy with glass coming out of him. There's like the dummies, they'd face them so they actually look like bodies on the tarmac. It was very realistic looking.
The airport's director of communications tells me that if a crash like this were to happen, fire departments and ambulances from around the county would help out. That includes departments from Madison, Fitchburg, Cottage Grove, and even Mount Horeb. They say that's why holding a training like this is important to go over the communication procedures between each department. The FAA requires this training to be done once every 3 years. Mark and Brady.
Kyle, thank you. Republicans say they plan to move ahead with an impeachment investigation of President Biden.
This comes as Congress is already battling a tight deadline to keep the government running. Skylar Henry has the details from Capitol Hill.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says investigations into President Joe Biden and his son Hunter continued even through the congressional August recess.
House Republicans have uncovered serious and credible allegations into President Biden's conduct.
House Republicans accused the Biden administration of leaning on the Department of Justice during its investigation of Hunter Biden and of profiting off Hunter's foreign business dealings.
We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shale companies.
The White House responded, saying the impeachment is politically motivated. White House spokesman Ian Sams tweeted, "Opening impeachment despite zero evidence of wrongdoing by POTUS is simply red meat for the extreme right wing, so they can keep baselessly attacking him." Speaker McCarthy has been under pressure from conservative members of his own party to bring this impeachment inquiry for months now.
Here we are, 8 months later, and we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. That's how you know that the rushed and somewhat rattled performance you just saw from the speaker isn't real.
Some far-right members of the GOP may have forced McCarthy's hands because Congress has until the end of the month to pass spending bills or the government will shut down.
Use the power of the purse to stop this administration from trampling the American people.
Conservatives are demanding McCarthy comply with their demands, or they say they'll call for a vote to remove him as Speaker. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The House Freedom Caucus wants, among other things, the end of the so-called weaponization of the DOJ, the weaponization of the Pentagon, the end of funding to help military members to pay for expenses related to abortions, the end of funding for Ukraine, and deeper cuts to government spending.
North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un was in the far east of Russia this morning to meet with President Vladimir Putin. Kim Jong-un's arrival in Russia marks an incredibly rare foreign trip for the leader of one of the world's most isolated nations. This widely expected one-on-one between Kim Jong-un and the Russian president, who last met in 2019, comes as Putin himself becomes increasingly isolated on the world stage and is in desperate need of allies as Russia's supplies of ammunition and shells are running out just 18 months into his unprovoked invasion of Ukraine.
A trial pitting the federal government against tech giant Google got underway today. The Justice Department claims the tech giant illegally pays more than $10 billion a year to make Google the default search engine on the iPhone and web browsers, shutting out rivals. Antitrust advocate Stacey Mitchell says Google makes it nearly impossible for small companies to compete for business online.
They are a gatekeeper for access to information for every business that wants to reach a consumer. That is incredibly powerful.
The government says Google dominates nearly 90% of all searches in the U.S. and 95% of searches on mobile devices. Google denies any wrongdoing. Google's chief legal officer, Kent Walker, says if users don't want to use Google, if users, that is, don't want to use Google as the default, they can change it. The trial expected to last about 10 weeks. Well, as we mentioned, suicide is one of the leading causes of death in the U.S.
Well, the good news is suicide is preventable. UW distinguished psychologist Shyla Murgain shows us ways to help others and yourself when Live at 4 continues.
Attention homeowners, first we started with 50, now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Now 30 homeowners will save. Receive free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
About our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
This is Matt Gunderson. We recently celebrated the life of George. Loved by many, feared by walleye. As part of his fishing-themed celebration, everyone in attendance accepted one of his favorite lures. Allow us to personalize every detail of a life well lived.
Save big in your next painting project with the 11% off everything at Menards. DuraClean is an interior paint and primer in one. It comes in a variety of colors and it's washable, scrubbable, and stain resistant. A gallon starts at just $22.95 after rebate. Finish high moisture areas with DuraClean kitchen and bath interior paint. With its mildew resistant coating, it will protect your walls from frequent exposure to water or humidity. Get a gallon for just $33.72 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. For years, McDonald's has allowed customers to fill and refill their own drinks.
Yeah, those good times are over, though. The fast food chain has announced plans to ditch the self-serve soda machines. It's because McDonald's says fewer people are eating in its dining rooms since the pandemic, reducing the need for the self-serve drink machines. And McDonald's digital sales, which include orders on its app or through partners like Uber Eats, now make up 40% of sales. According to McDonald's, the machines will be eliminated from its U.S. restaurants by the year 2032.
Well, thanks for the early warning.
You have some time. You can plan and, emotionally prepare.
9 years from now?
Well, McDonald's will have smaller dining rooms or none at all. The new smaller format will be called Cosmics.
The Wisconsin football team plays host to Georgia Southern this Saturday morning at Camp Randall. This following a disappointing loss to Washington State last week. Running back Ches Malusi is looking forward to this game. He sat down with sports director Zach Hanley during this week's taping of the Wisconsin Huddle. Malusi says he's happy to be back home in Madison.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're home, it's always a good feeling. And, we kind of already started, doing our dive into this team. They're a good team. They're a fast team. And, yeah, we're just excited to be back home and just kind of get back into doing the things that we like to do.
Tune into Wisconsin Huddle this Friday at 6:30, just after News 3 Now at 6.
Apple unveiled its next generation of iPhones and watches during its annual reveal event today. The new iPhone 15 lineup features enhancements in its chips, battery, and cameras. It'll also use USB-C charging cables that are already used by iPads and Macs, already the standard in Europe. Another new feature is roadside assistance through its satellite emergency beacon app for those who need help but are off the grid. The iPhone 15 starts at $799, while the iPhone 15 Plus base price is $899.
iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus are truly incredible, with new capabilities that will make a real difference in our users' lives. Their unique combination of powerful technology, ease of use, and thoughtful design make them indispensable.
The company says the new Apple Watch Series 9 is its first 100% carbon neutral product and will no longer be offered with a leather band. One new feature allows users to simply tap their thumb and finger twice to interact with the device. The new watches start at $399 and they're available September 22nd, while the latest iPhones can be pre-ordered now or purchased in stores on the 22nd.
Speaking of phones, inflation concerns sent stocks lower on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 17 points. The NASDAQ was off 144 points, or 1%. The S&P 500 gave up 25. Whoop. Excuse me.
Is that dial-up?
I'm
anyway,
old.
No, that's okay.
It's Suicide Prevention Week, a time for us to learn more and seek help and offer support.
It's also a time to open our hearts and our minds to vulnerable conversations with our loved ones.
Our Shyla Mergain is here to help us explore ways to help and when you should seek help yourself. Welcome back.
Thanks for doing this important topic.
Oh, yeah, this is very important. So let's start with warning signs of someone that potentially is in suicide mode? What should you look for?
Great. So first we want to look at who's at risk. We find 79% of suicides are done by men. Interestingly, women are more likely to attempt suicide, but it's men who are actually likely to die. The other vulnerable group are youth. The second leading cause of suicide is for ages 10 to 14. So that's the second leading cause of death is suicide in that age group. And then third leading cause, ages 15 to 25 years old. So young people are really at risk. So warning signs, we're looking at changes in behavior, such as somebody might be withdrawing or acting more aggressive or engaging in risky behavior. The second thing is mood swings, looking at that. And then also just disruption, and maybe it's academics or work or relationships.
Well, with the statistics for men, I mean, is it still the stigma of men having a hard time asking for help or talking about their mental health?
That's such a great point. We want to reduce that stigma by normalizing it. Everyone struggles at some point. Certainly we saw during the pandemic, many people's mental health was impacted. So normalizing it, you might share a story of times you've struggled. Many people have suicidal ideation, but most people don't act on it. So even normalizing that, and don't be afraid to check in on people, see how they're doing, and come up with a plan of how they can get help.
So there's some disparities in numbers in Wisconsin as well.
Exactly. We do find, in particular youth, there was a tremendous increase over the last 10 years in youth seeking mental health psychiatric help. And then also we find that around 900 or so people this last year attempted suicide as well. So again, when we think about how can we help, you know, don't be afraid to talk about this stuff. Sometimes we don't want to talk about suicide or suicidal ideation, but that can be the lifeline of saying, how are you doing? Are you thinking about hurting yourself? Do you even have a plan? Let's get help.
How do you have that conversation? How do you kind of explore the how and the why of it all?
Find a good time to sit down. You might bring somebody with you, a friend of that person, and mostly just express concern that you've noticed there's been a change, you want to have help. And then if it is something urgent, don't be afraid to take that person to the emergency department. Also want to put in a plug for the suicide crisis and Lifeline, which is 988. It's a free confidential service that's available. You can call, you can text. Again, it's 988. They can provide you help with having that conversation as well as that loved one who's in distress.
So you don't have to call the line if someone is actually in distress?
I would probably just bring them to the emergency department right away. But if you're wondering about how do you address it, you know, you can call that resource or just phone that person's primary care physician, get them in with a behavioral health specialist.
There's a lot of information to learn online as well, things to look for.
Very much so.
All right. Shyla, thanks for being with us today. Very important topic.
Thank you.
Well, how about combining flying and a hotel stay?
Oh, we'll show you a unique Airbnb in northern Wisconsin coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
When it comes to updating your bath area, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day. And remember, Mad City does more than baths and showers. Be sure to ask about our exclusive Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Mad City, your one-stop shop for all your home remodeling needs. Call now. The first 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
No, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. It's like so full of myself.
I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, take a look at this. On the square across from the United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland, Swiss-French artist Sept has used eco-friendly paint to create a giant fresco meant to draw attention to the plight of civilians in armed conflicts. The 34-year-old artist painted a gigantic hand on a grass canvas using chalk and coal. That from above, you can see repairing it. You can be seen repairing a monumental wooden sculpture known as the broken chair. It symbolizes the impact of landmines on civilians in conflict.
That's quite the piece.
Yeah,
the
really
perspective on that is remarkable.
He makes these gigantic pieces, yeah, with the message usually.
Yep.
All right, maybe some rain. Maybe
some
not.
rain, showers, a few storms this afternoon or this evening, so we're going to be dodging that. But the good news is once we get through today, generally dry conditions. We'll just be battling some morning fog, but the 70s are coming back, maybe even an 82 this week. I'll break all that down after the break.
It was just swift, and they cleaned up pretty good after themselves, so no complaints.
With more than 50,000 satisfied customers, Mad City Baths is your trusted source for durable, high-quality baths and showers, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning, expertly installed in as little as 1 day. And now 30 homeowners will receive these special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts. Plus, if you call Mad City Baths now during this program, you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 FlexBuy cash, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident.
From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, in recognition of National Video Games Day, which is this day, not confused with the other one that's in July 8th. You can see we got the retro type game there for you, almost the tower. You see the temperatures this evening actually getting back down to 56. And once again, we're going to have those showers and a few thunderstorms right now. You can see one line's coming through really to the Dane County area, and then there's a stronger line behind it that's more of a, that'll be the second one too. So we got about 2 with some stuff in between here, so there will be breaks, but something that we'll keep in mind through about 10 p.m. And you can see by 5 p.m. this line is going to be pushing across Madison. And then we're going to be watching the other line that'll approach probably Madison area, Dane County, not till about 7 to 8. So there will be a break and then just a little bit of hit and miss between that. Once you get further west after 8 or 9 o'clock, southwest Wisconsin, you'll start seeing more clear skies. Temperatures getting into the low 50s. It'll be not probably until about 8 or 9 for Dane County and points to the south and east to start seeing this activity kind of start diminishing. And as we go through midnight, you'll start seeing most of the areas will get down into the low 50s or upper 40s, generally partly cloudy skies by that time. So we've got about 3 to 4 hours of dealing with that shower and thunderstorms. Once again, won't be an all-day widespread activity, but once we get through that, we're going to deal with a lot of morning fog off and on or just low clouds for this week. We do have another system coming this weekend, providing more showers. Once again, not a widespread or significant rain event. To cool through tomorrow, 67 once we get the sun out in the afternoon. Then we're going to be warming to near 70. Could be an 80 by the time we get to Friday, cooling back down for the weekend, and then coming back up next week, which is all pretty typical for this time of September. Tomorrow we'll see this low begin to spin and then push off to the east. The problem is we'll be getting rid of the cloud cover in the morning with that northwest flow. Then we'll start seeing the flow begin to turn a little bit out to the west. That's the system that I'll be tracking for the weekend, but ahead of that, southwest winds will keep those temperatures coming back up. Tracking that for the weekend, that'll come through probably late Friday night to Saturday. It's just a weak front that will come through, providing an opportunity for some showers come Friday night through Saturday, and then it starts wrapping it back around for the weekend. And the problem with this, it does start to slow down because of Hurricane, what'll be Tropical Lee when it gets closer to Nova Scotia or Maine. It's going to slow everything down. So I think this cloud cover, a few showers may continue into Sunday just because of this wraparound north flow coming around due to everything getting kind of slowed down. So it may be more clouds to deal with this weekend and a few showers, a little bit cooler as we go through Sunday. But then as we go through early next week, we should start seeing that push further east. For tonight, we're going to see upper 40s, maybe some mid 40s. Once we clear out, we should see there's some low clouds or maybe some fog as we go through in the morning hours. Tomorrow, it'll take probably till about noon to some of this cloud cover and stratus to get out of here, but we should then climb up to the mid to upper 60s. Pretty cool as we go through the following night. We could get down into some 30s up in some of the areas just because we'll have generally clear skies. Once again, fog too will be a problem as you go into your Friday. But as you look to your Friday, it's going to actually jump back up into the 70s. We're looking at maybe close to 80 in a few areas. Otherwise, we get to the weekend, we're going to see a few showers. Probably Saturday, more cloud cover, a drop in the temperatures come Sunday. And then next week, we'll climb right back up to around 80, which this is all kind of a typical September pattern. Unfortunately, we just don't have any widespread precipitation, which is not uncommon for September either, but we could use the rain. But overall, once we get through this evening, you'll be battling a lot of the fog issues going on and off.
Badger games Saturday morning?
Yeah, we might see a few showers, a lot of cloud cover probably going on. So overall temperatures, I mean, for playing-wise, should be real good.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Greg. Neat. That's one word Joe Drager uses a lot when talking to him about his new Airbnb north of Anago.
Oh, here's how the man turned an old, run-down World War II plane into a neat getaway.
I knew it was going to be neat, but I know it was going to be that big or look the way it does where it gets hung up in the trees to make it look like a plane either landed or crashed.
About 19 months ago, Joe Drager had an idea.
When I was searching on Airbnb here a few years back, I saw one in Venezuela, and it had more of a short modified version of just like a cockpit and a small part of the fuselage and a short section of the wing. And I thought it'd be neat if you're going to do that, to do the whole thing.
It didn't seem that outlandish at the time.
With his contractor, Gary Fleischman, on board, Joe got to work. Thinking he'd have to head out to the Air Force Boneyard in Arizona, he was redirected to Oshkosh.
The Basler Turbo Conversion Company. So I went down there and talked to them, and sure enough, they had one that they said they had taken so many parts off of that it was going to be either scrap or unusable for them, and he sold it to me. I'll let you in the front door.
October of 2022, they hauled the DC-3 World War II era plane to his shop in Antigo to remodel it, inside and out.
Bathroom, shower. It's a short, obviously you don't have a lot of headroom.
We had to empty out the whole fuselage and then put it all back together and then make it, you know, livable, you know, to where people are comfortable in it.
A little kitchen area, sink, table, fridge.
Joe paid 10 grand for the plane, which he thought was a bargain. He's put another $50K into it to get it to where it is now.
Then we just had the 2 trundle beds that these slide out from underneath, and so it does sleep 4.
That's the biggest thing that interested me was just the actual history of the plane, or to bring it back so it still had some of that authenticity to it.
I wasn't sure how it was all going to lay out. Obviously, you've got a 60 by 8-foot tube, and you have to make it into living quarters.
Every room in the apartment has a view.
That's right.
A forest view one way and High Lake on the other. When the rebuild was finished, they moved the plane to a piece of property in Kempster, 10 to 12 miles north of Antigo. They put it on stilts to give you that airborne sensation.
And had a crane pick it up and then set it over the trees onto the cradle that we engineered or created.
It is my first time ever putting something up this high in the air.
To top it off, they recreated propellers out of big ceiling fans with giant blades hooked up to a converted motor.
They're motion detected, so when you walk up on them, the lights come on and the blades start to spin.
When the sun sets, the fun begins.
But at night, it's all lit up. The wings are lit, the tail's lit, the motors are lit. It looks a little bit more unique at night when it's lit.
For this Antigo businessman, the job met and, shall we say, flew past his own expectations.
I mean, they really are a neat airliner.
There's that word again, neat.
Yeah, it was neat.
The plane is open for business. Joe said the state did come in and inspect it, so no safety questions were left up in the air.
Oh, look what he did. Well, he has 2 other rental properties as well, including a giant tree house. This seems more fun than just a regular hotel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. All right. Coming up next year on Live at 4, Consumer Reports has some tips on how to get a good deal leasing a car.
And then at 5, we spoke with people in Wisconsin about how they feel after Aaron Rodgers' injury. And the answers might amaze you.
Join Ortho Teen Clinic's Dr. Ashish M. Raval on September 14th to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Improve your well-being and comfort with a new walk-in tub or shower from Mad City Baths. It's the safe, smart solution for bathing that more homeowners are turning to. With convenient shelves, grab bars, and a beautiful shower door infused with microban for easy cleaning. And with our Price Lock Guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year, and now 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive these special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts, plus call Mad City Baths now. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
My name is Kyla, and concrete has been my career. I'm a cement mason by trade. Being a mom is hard. It's just hard in a different way. It's really unique to catch a break. I feel like Joe Biden understands people like me.
Good to see you, bitch.
All of the things that Biden fought to get passed help the middle class. Wages are going up around here. The people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, they're getting a pay raise. What President Biden has accomplished is actually helping real people.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You got me.
Tag. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Join Ortho Teen Clinic's Dr. Ashish M. Raval on September 14th to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
New at 5, a behind-the-scenes look at a crucial emergency exercise at Dane County Regional Airport. See how first responders and agencies work together to ensure your safety when you travel.
Scattered showers and isolated evening thunderstorms tonight will give way to some overnight fog that could linger into Wednesday morning. Sunshine will return by afternoon and should continue through Friday. At 5, I'll let you know if it'll warm up.
And ahead at 6, we've uncovered new details on a local pastor who's being investigated for child sexual assault. What witnesses say happened the first time he was accused of misconduct. News 3 Now investigates.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Chicago, where it is 67 degrees. It's a toddling town.
Sure is.
My kind of town. All right, buying a new car is expensive, so many drivers are considering leasing their next car.
Consumer Reports gives you valuable insights on how to get started.
The average price of a new car is over $48,000. So it's no wonder leasing this year will account for 21% of new vehicle sales.
I think people prefer to lease out a car versus purchasing a new one because they always have the latest technology and the newest models.
And comparing to buying new with a loan, leasing a car will lower your bill by an average of $139 a month.
You just have to keep in mind that there are mileage restrictions and potential excess wear and tear charges that could come along with leasing.
After you find the car that you want, it'll be time to negotiate.
You can negotiate the vehicle's overall price, which is also known as the capitalized costs in leasing. And that can significantly lower your monthly payments. So try and strike a deal that suits your budget.
Other things to negotiate are your lease interest rate, also called money factor, which influences your overall payment. And very important, your mileage allowance, if you anticipate driving more than the standard limit. Considering an EV, a federal tax credit of $7,500 for electric vehicles might make that leasing even more appealing.
While the tax credit for buying an EV comes with a lot of restrictions, where it's built, how much it costs, where the battery comes from, those all go out the window if you lease. The dealer can claim the full $7,500 tax credit. So first, negotiate your best price and then make sure that the dealer passes that on to you by taking it off the overall price of the car.
This is Shane Hogan.
And Consumer Reports says to stay away from leasing a used car, you'll encounter higher interest rates and limited manufacturing support.
Plus, with the original warranty expired, you're on the hook for repairing a car you'll give back one day.
All right, well, COVID cases are on the rise, and a new booster shot is about ready to go just in time.
And how bad is Aaron Rodgers' season-ending injury? UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potthoff has that and more when Live at 4 continues.
Insurance. It isn't the most exciting thing to talk about, but it is incredibly important. Not having enough insurance could prevent you from getting what you deserve after an accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Why choose between a longer life or quality of life? You deserve both. And with Kisqali, a treatment for people with metastatic breast cancer, you can have both. Kisqali is a pill that, when taken with an aromatase inhibitor, is the only treatment of its kind shown to both help people live longer and improve or preserve quality of life. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice one for the other. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Live longer and live well. Ask about Kisqali, and long live you.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
I thought with everything going on, we could all use a little smile break. So this one is on Gruber Law Offices. You're welcome.
Yeah, so far we've had some issues going on, but overall it's the southwest area of the Beltline right now. Just a few slowdowns between Verona and Park Street. We also had just some slow areas down as you approach the 51 too. The one thing we do note that we did have an incident to speak of right now is near Auburg and US 151 South. The like 2 lanes were blocked. That was at 4:30. So far, not too much of a backup issue yet. Overall, going to Mount Horeb, regard to the typical Verona type construction on the road there. No issues to speak of going up to the Dells, and as we go south, the interstate to this Janesville looks good too with all conditions there. We are battling a few little showers that are going through right now. Madison will have a break, but then we do have another line approaching, so expect on and off showers probably through this evening, wrapping up probably around 10 o'clock or so.
All right, thank you, Greg. Over 50 dogs showed their surfing skills at the Rancho Santa Fe, California beach on Sunday. The canines and their owners took part in the 18th annual Helen Woodward's Surf Dog Surfathon, raising money for orphan pets at the center.
Why weren't Louie and Oliver down there?
I don't think Oliver can swim.
Okay.
But Louie could.
Louie could. Yeah. We're Oliver next year, maybe.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that. Well, everyone now ages 6 months and older should get the updated COVID vaccine this fall. That's according to the CDC.
Well, the move follows a vote from the CDC's advisory committee earlier today in favor of the recommendation. Dr. Jeff Potoff is here. So how soon could people start, I guess, when is it go time for people?
You know, I think the earliest you'll see it is potentially later this week. The national pharmacies, your Walgreens, your CVS's will have this available a little bit sooner than some of your smaller pharmacies, but certainly by the end of the month, anyone who wants to get this vaccine, this booster, likely will be able to find it.
And you should get it probably.
All evidence would support to getting it. We are seeing more COVID-19 cases. We are seeing a slight increase in hospitalizations. A lot of people have some protection against COVID-19, but it's been a lot of time since some people have gotten COVID or been boosted. Getting this booster protects you against severe disease. One less thing you have to worry about this fall and winter.
And this is targeted for the new variants.
This one's targeted for, an Omicron variant, XB1.5, which isn't the most common variant right now, but it's very closely related. So there is a lot of thought that this booster will very well match the current Omicron strains that are out in the community, should provide good protection.
Yeah. And will this be, I guess, the first time people might have to either pay for it or use their insurance?
Right, so the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, requires insurance companies to pay for this vaccine. So if you have insurance, it's covered, but you have to make sure that you get it someplace that your insurance has in-network. When we were in the pandemic, everyone had to cover it no matter where you got it. So it's a little bit trickier. If you're uninsured, there's a lot of different programs that try to make sure the vaccine's available to you. So certainly talk with your doctor about that. So most people should be able to get this. It should be very low cost. Some people, rare people, might have to pay for it.
All right, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers and his torn Achilles. First of all, what are we talking about here? Is this bone back here?
So it's that kind of strappy thing you feel from the base of your back of your foot up to your ankle. It's the Achilles tendon, largest tendon in the body, and it allows you to kind of push off, like move your foot down or push on the gas pedal. You can imagine that's really important for people who want to run or change direction very quickly. And because it's a tendon, its blood supply isn't great. What that means is it takes a long time to heal. So these injuries are typically injuries that take a long time before someone, especially someone like Aaron Rodgers or any other professional athlete, can get back on the field and play again.
And almost 40 years old.
Yeah, and so we know that increasing age is a risk factor for this. Obviously, that can make recovery a little bit harder. People are individuals, so some people older can do well. But if you look at studies that look at professional athletes and how long it takes them to get back on the field after an injury like this, somewhere around 340 days, plus or minus a month or two. It's a long road.
Wow, it's quite the short season.
Yeah,
for him.
sure.
That could be probably the worst injury that a professional football player could get. I mean, other than breaking a limb or something.
Yeah, breaking a limb, or we've talked about cardiac arrest on the field too, but certainly if you're a professional sports player, rupturing your Achilles tendon is something you worry about.
So he may not play again.
It's possible.
All right. Let's talk about the Sudafed, the over-the-counter stuff that doesn't really work.
Yeah, so there's there's really two medications here. There's pseudoephedrine, which is Sudafed, and there's good data that suggests that works really well. That got a little bit harder to get back when we had problems with people using it to create meth. So you typically have to let the pharmacy know you're going to get that, sign a thing. So there's phenylephrine, which sounds really similar, but there's been a lot of studies, and today, after looking at all the evidence, it probably doesn't work. It's kind of like a placebo. Maybe it makes you feel better, but when you actually look at symptom control getting better, it probably does nothing for you. So there's this idea of if it does nothing for you, we probably shouldn't have it in these medicines that are over the counter, because
you're wasting your money.
Kinda, yeah. Like, you might be making yourself feel better. There's someone out here who's going, you know what? I guarantee you phenylephrine makes me better. Studies would suggest it's maybe more on your mind and less physical than you think.
Well, this is validating for all of us who have been like, I'm taking this and nothing's happening. I'm still sick.
Yeah, you were on the side of science.
All right, so you get the good stuff behind the counter, but you got to...
Yeah, if you need it. I mean, talk to your doctor about, there's risks with taking these medicines, but phenylephrine, probably not your go-to for this anymore.
Right. And get the COVID shot when you can.
Absolutely.
All right, doctor, good stuff.
Talk to you later.
You're on vacation next week?
Next week, I'm gone.
So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See ya.
Send us a postcard.
You bet.
All right,
we'll do.
A final check of your forecast coming up.
Big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Feldco will be here for your home renewal needs. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor & Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Coming up, News 3 Now takes you behind the scenes of a crucial airport emergency exercise at Dane County Regional Airport. See how first responders and agencies work together to ensure your safety when you travel. That's next at 5.
Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show, Wisconsin Huddle. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Wisconsin Huddle, Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Yeah, we have some areas of showers. One that's going through Dane County down to Moreau. That's pushing through right now. Then we'll have a break. And then we have a line of showers, even thunderstorms approaching Crawford, Richland County up to the Dells here. That'll be the second line that will come through later this evening. So we'll be kind of looking at that. Future Track shows that first line coming through, and the next one maybe around 7 to 9 p.m. coming through Dane County, and then points to the east. Maybe a few showers after that. But I think most people will dry out once we get closer to 10 o'clock. So something to keep in mind for your evening commute or activities overall. Tomorrow we're looking at temperatures getting in the mid-60s, but we're going to be handling some low clouds or fog in the morning. So keep that in mind for your morning commute. Otherwise, the next 7 to 10 days. We're looking at temperatures coming back up to almost 80 by Friday, so that should be the best day. Another front comes through this weekend, dropping the temperatures back down to 70 with a few showers, and then they're going to climb right back up to around 80 next week, which if you see our high temperatures right now, 75 and dropping down to 72 as we're getting very close now to the first day officially fall here.
No, it's coming. All right,
coming.
Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be answering your plant questions.
And if you have a question, remember to email it to tips@channel3000.com. Send them in, and you can watch for Lisa's answers on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison.
Let us prove to you that comfort and quality are affordable with a new patio door installed starting at $3,400.
For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Look, Mom, I found one. Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Save big money and get 11% off everything at Menards. Upgrade your home with quality appliances from top brands including Criterion, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection ready to take home today. Get this front-load stackable washer and dryer set and save over $650 after sale price and an 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, webcam watchers come to the rescue.
They sound the alarm when an unexpected face pops up in the wilderness. Viewers at home hoping to catch a glimpse of a bear in Alaska's Cape May National Park instead caught a glimpse of this distressed hiker. Explore.org says the waterlogged explorer popped up in front of their remote cameras, which are typically used to live stream bears. People watching on the web, as the hiker battled brutal wind and rain, asked for help. Those viewers quickly notified the organization, which alerted National Park rangers who sent out a rescue team. Rangers found the hiker near the camera a few hours later and got him safety.
I'm glad everything worked out.
People are watching those cameras.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Always watch your cameras, folks.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News for Now at 5 starts right now.